adversity, or you're on the journey through rediscovery, You Can Live Again is here to remind you that your story is not over yet. The You Can Live Again Awards Gala is this weekend to honor individuals who have done just that, overcome trials, and are now thriving. Joining us today is one of the hosts of the gala, Miss Texas, Annette Adoyobo, as well as Charlie Wendell, the founder of Melody of Hope and a humanitarian award recipient. Good morning to you both.
Good morning.
So glad to have you here. Okay, Annette, I want to start with you because Miss Texas has actually been involved with You Can Live Again for quite a while now. So actually co-hosted the past event with your predecessor, Ellie Rose. So tell me what about You Can Live Again, the mission, spoke to you and you decided, I want to be a part of this as well.
Yeah, so the mission of You Can Live Again is to turn your trials into triumphs, and that pretty much summarizes my entire life story, being an advocate for my younger brother who is on the spectrum and nonverbal and has limited ability, being a caretaker for my mom who passed away a few years ago from Lewy body's dementia. I've been able to take those different trials and challenges and turn that into the work that I do today as Miss Texas and education, but also being there to be a mentor to young women who have lost their mom through some sort of disease or a cancer or a dementia of some kind. And so I get to turn that into an opportunity to be an advocate and a mentor.
Absolutely. This event is right up your alley.
Yes.
My goodness. And thank you for being so vulnerable and sharing your story and the things that you've been through. Charlie, I want to touch on you because tell me exactly what Melody of Hope is and the trials you went through that brought you to the point where you said, I want to create this organization.
Yes, absolutely. So Melody of Hope, we're a music nonprofit based out of DFW, and really we exist to provide paid performance opportunities for musicians, artists, bands to share their God-given talents to the world and the community. And so we do this by hosting live music events, building live music programs into nonprofit events, corporate events, community events, all across the city. And I would say probably the biggest challenge was in the trials was honestly starting Melody of Hope. My degrees are in music, they're not in nonprofit world, and so when I lived overseas for a while and I got back and called about 40 of my friends and we had no idea what we were doing, but God provided, and a lot of Google, a lot of prayer, and honestly just surrounding myself with smarter people in the room. I'm like a sponge in the room, and so I love being around incredible leaders, and there's so much wisdom in our city.
Absolutely. Do you think there's any success stories that you can touch on for us that you've seen as this organization has grown?
Honestly, I'd give all the